Real quick, where did you spend the off season? You weren't here.
I spent the offseason in Orlando,
Yeah,
Florida.
that's what I thought. I mean,
Yes, sir.
what when you were all that time away, this team was going to be and how much talent was going to be. What was in your mind of I've got to get better at this, and this if I'm going to play and play a lot?
I wanted to get better at being more violent with my finishing, getting to the rim, better with my catch and shoot threes. I didn't shoot any tonight, but I'm going to continue wrapping those and working on those and getting in the gym more. And also just being an elite rebounder. I think that's something that's going to help the team a lot. So in my mind, as I was working out every day, I just kept working on catch and shoot threes, playing with confidence, finishing over people, and just also playing in transition as well. I feel like I can do a lot of things in transition in this game.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I wanted to ask you specifically. 4 minutes left. Uh, there was that sequence where you had a steal, and then contested a shot, and then I've never seen you run that hard all the way down. Matt got the layup, but that's going to look fantastic on film when you run that hard.
Frozen, Brian.
Hello?
Okay,
We're good.
Coach, what'd you think about that sequence, though?
Oh no, it was just that's what I do. I think that's something that coaches emphasize a lot to me. Just run the floor as hard as I can. Sometimes you won't get it, but I think running just brings that attention to you, and then it allows the floor to open up for other people. So even though I don't get it sometimes, it may get Matt a layup, and one time he may be able to throw it, and then I get a dunk. But in my mind, just running the floor open things up for everybody else, the shooters and drivers, and it just makes the game faster and more up tempo.
Cedric, go ahead.
Hey, Kai, it's okay to tell those little guys to give up the rock when you're running the floor like Karl Malone. You should be rewarded for that with a dunk on that. But I was going to ask you, we talked to Shaka about this last week. You guys, this is his deepest team he's had. How does it motivate you guys knowing that it's not all on one person or two people, and that playing time is going to be at a premium because there's so much depth?
No, absolutely. I think it allows you to just get lost in the present completely, because you just got to focus on the current moment and know that everybody can play, and you're not worried about your individual stats, because at the end of the day, it's about the team. I think we honestly, just like last year, we have 13 guys who can come in and impact the game at any moment, and that's what I think is so special.
Nick, go ahead.
With you and Gerald and Jericho and Greg out there, y'all have athleticism. How is that going to factor into the way that y'all play? Because it looks like you're trying to get out in transition and use that athleticism. It looks like the guards are looking for y'all on lobs and rolls to the rim. I mean, important is that to your identity as a team?
I think it's very important. I think we're going to be a team who tries to get high percentage shots and put a lot of pressure on, because that allows the game to open up for our shooters as well. I think putting pressure on the rim is something that we can absolutely do a lot of this year, whether in the pick and roll, attacking closeouts, because we have such athletic guys who can get to the rim in different kinds of ways. Major part of our identity, just flying around and being an athlete.
And I got to ask, I mean, Greg tried to take on that first one, didn't quite get it, but that second poster, man, I mean, how energized did that get y'all, and is that just a sign of things to come?
Nah, I think it's absolutely a sign of things to come. He's a freak. I can't wait to see him catch many more of those this season.
Courtney, Greg tried to kill a guy tonight. Is that what he's been doing in practice?
Yeah, I've been trying to stay out the way of him killing people. I'm just not trying to get killed. It was a spectacular play. He was kind of down early. It wasn't going his way, but I just told him to stay with it. The rest of us told him to stay with it. And his natural abilities just took over.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I mean, is from a bigger picture standpoint tonight, I thought Kai was terrific. You got a lot of contributions from a lot of different guys. Is that what you envision every night from this team? Is that not one person has to do everything?
I'm missing a big player, Andrew Jones. He's going to be added back to the team, so that's another weapon. But I just think it was a lot of balance today. We had fun. First game of the year. First game in, I want to say, like 8 months. So it was good to play another team. And they were a great opponent. It was a good first test. They played fast. They played tough. So our biggest thing was just being us and just being the best that we can. I just think everybody who came in the game gave us something, and that's what we're going to need, because it's so much going on with COVID. One person might have to miss the game like Andrew did, and the next person's going to have to step up.
Dustin, go ahead.
Yeah, Courtney, speaking of that, what was this like? I mean, to be in this kind of atmosphere, you definitely have to create your own energy. There's really not much fan environment. You could look and there's like plexiglass on the side. People are wearing masks. Was it difficult to get adjusted to that?
No, I mean, what our coach Shaka taught us was we got to create our own energy. That's with the bench, that's with dabs, that's with smacking the floor, anything that's to create our own energy. And we've been practicing that for over a 3-year span, so we kind of was well adjusted to not having as many people there. So we had to use all the practice that we did in the past and make it now.
You know, the full court pressure is one way to create your own energy, and you guys were doing that from the jump and did it for a lot of this game. Is that something you think is going to continue moving forward, that you guys are going to try to hang your hat on that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think it fits our team very well. You know, we can play 10 people if we needed to, or all 13 if we needed to, so people are going to be fresh. And we have the size and athleticism just to throw people off. And I just think what we did well tonight was just making up for our mistakes. And there's things that we can get better at also. Like, they got too many offensive rebounds tonight, and then they got a lot of open looks. And there's things we're going to watch on film tomorrow. And I know individual guys are going to ask coaches, like, what can I do better? So that's what makes our team great. I feel like people are eager to, be in the orange, what coach says, you know what I'm saying, instead of being in the red. So that's going to make our team great in the long run.
One last quick one. Were you kind of frustrated at all in the second half? Seems like your voice was starting to get louder as the game went on, kind of talking to guys, encouraging guys more than you guys had that great run to close the game out.
It's just part of being a leader, you know. I know we can't have our fans, as many fans as we want, so we don't get the energy for them. So, why not me try to bring energy to every player, you know what I'm saying? Because I expect them to do the same thing for me if I'm not living up to my expectations. So that's the biggest thing I want to work on this year, is just pushing people to be better. And I want them to do the same for me when I'm not at my best.
Cedric, go ahead.
Yeah, Courtney, so much has been put on you guards over the last couple of years, yourself and Jace, Matt and Andrew. The big guys seem to be much more adept with the big guys, and Greg. How much pressure does that take off of you guys, knowing that you don't have to carry that load tonight?
It's just easy when you can throw the ball by the rim and you got 4 people that can jump, put elbows above the rim. So that makes it a lot easier for us. You know, we're an older team, so we've been through the wars with each other for the past couple of years. Adding Greg, who's a super athlete like you saw tonight, so we're just going to get him accustomed to how we play each and every game. So it's going to make us better in the long run. So I just think our experience with each other is something that's going to help us in the long run. And
one more, can you grade Kamaka Hepa's effort as a hype man? We can hear him on the bench from where we sitting.
A+. You should see him in practice. Sometimes I gotta tell him to shut up. It's like, bro, come on, fam. Please just shut up sometimes. But no, he's a great guy. You know, he bought into his role. You know what I'm saying? But we wish he was a decision for him, and he's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? He's there for us every day in practice. He's there on the bench. You know, we always count on his voice and his leadership.
It's been around a while. When you found out that Andrew wasn't going to play, did you feel like you had to take on more responsibility, or did the game just happen to flow to you that way?
I just think the game flowed. I just took what was getting to me. I think I was very proud of Kai, you know what I'm saying? The way he stepped up tonight. And Greg, he kept playing even when things weren't going his way. Then Matt did him. Then Jericho is not going to play like this every night. We're going to expect more out of Jericho, and I'm going to push him to be better. And I'm proud of Gerald. Gerald came off the bench and gave us 10 points, made a couple outside shots, which he's really been working on. So that was a great added key there. Then Donovan gave us as much as he did. It was a complete game. And then we know once we add Andrew back, it's just going to make us a better team.
Got one last one. Go ahead, Brian.
Courtney, you know, you guys don't have a whole heck of a lot of time because conference play is going to begin pretty quickly in the grand scheme of things. What do you want to accomplish in North Carolina this next week, and as you guys get some more games under your belt in the coming week and a half?
Just take it one game at a time. You know, what we talked about in the summertime is to win as many championships as we can, and this is our first opportunity to win a championship in Asheville. And that'd be a great resume builder right there, just to go out there and play well and get a championship out there. I think we played 3 games potentially, so go out there and win 3 in a row, and then we could just carry it over to coming back home, and then it's going to help us have momentum for the Big 12, which is a great league.